Hello Libra, welcome or welcome back to my Body and Heart Tarot Therapy. I'm here to do the reading for the month of July 2020. I hope you're well, Libra. There's a lot going on in terms of astrology and, full moon coming now in Capricorn with partial lunar eclipse. It's the eclipse season. There've been a lot of retrogrades. So I hope you're so self-caring a lot, Libra, and give yourself time to integrate all this. So now let's go into the tarot. This is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. If it resonates, it resonates, and if it doesn't, it's just not your reading. Use your intuition to know what are the messages that apply for you and the way they do. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's your current energy. What's going on for Libra? Okay. So you have the Eight of Cups along with the Ace of Cups as your current energy. Beautiful. Now let's see what's your challenge. The Sun is your challenge. Now let's see what's the advice for Libra. The Magician as advice. Major Arcana. And what's the future energy? Well, you look at that. Six of Wands as your future energy. Beautiful. And bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit as the theme of your reading. Okay. Beautiful. I'm going to clarify these cards. The Hermit is it's a lot of self-investigation going on right now for you, and probably you can benefit this month from some alone time. So make sure you arrange this time for yourself. And yet another Cups. You have Six of Cups with the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups as your current energy. Very tuned up with your emotions, I would say. Daughter of Pentacles with the Sun as the challenge. Nine of Swords with the Magician as your advice. And Six of Swords with the Son of Swords along with the Six of Wands as your future energy. And bottom of the deck you have the Nine of Cups with the Hermit. Beautiful, Libra. So here it goes. The Hermit is an energy of somebody who's very wise, somebody who takes aloneness as a theme without feeling bitter about this. It's not loneliness, it's like that time where you really spend within yourself. And you bring this light of a healing and investigation into darker corners of your psyche. And with the Nine of Cups coming along with it, I believe that you are really tapping into what is it that you really wish? What is it that you want? What is it that makes you feel fulfilled and happy? The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. Also, we have the Moon here. So I think that it's really about feeling it at a deep intuitive level. It's not that much about like what makes rational sense to you, to your rational mind. It's a lot more about really feeling into it, feeling what makes me feel good. And that's not when we talk about, say, quick fixes and little props that enhance your mood for the moment. It's just what makes you really feel that deep feeling of wish fulfillment, which can come from, okay, maybe it's an internal state, I believe, with the Hermit here. And it's really investigating into that. What made you feel good in the past and fulfilled? Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt that type of fulfillment? Or was it something that you always like needs to come outside of yourself? Felt it needs to come outside of yourself. So it's a very good investigation, and I think you're healing a lot of that. You're giving yourself a lot of answers that come from within as you sit with this energy, as you sit with what really makes you happy. And you have as current energy the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Cups. And it's very interesting because you have the Eight of Cups here, the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And you see this is the missing cup, this Ace of Cups. The Eight of Cups talks about somebody who's the moon here again. Somebody who's like going on a journey and leaving something behind. You know, it's not that what you're leaving behind is necessarily terribly bad. It's just that you've had enough of it. You've had enough. You've learned the lessons. You've had this constancy in terms of emotions maybe for a while, and now you need to go and search for what is it that's missing. What is it that you really need? It's very congruent with this message. And I think you're getting it. I think that you start viewing, you start realizing what is it that brings you that feeling of joy within, that's really independent on if you have the dream job or if you have the dream relationship or anything outside of yourself. The Ace of Cups is like that moment where your heart chakra opens, for example, when you really connect to that energy of unconditional love, and that can only happen first and foremost within ourselves. We need to be able to access that energy within ourselves. We can get all the love you want outside of yourself, and it will still not feel enough. It will still feel like something is missing. And you see you have the Six of Cups here with energy about the past. You see that the tree here has very, very deep roots and colorful and all. So maybe this whole thing about investigating what in the past brought you fulfillment, what were the times in your life where you actually felt joy, like pure joy and happiness and relaxed and fulfilled. And also see what are the patterns that are blocking you from reaching that, and what are the ways that you're limiting yourself, what are the emotional trips that you tend to kind of get lost in, and things like this. And when I say emotional trips, means like, okay, maybe we sometimes get lost in the not the trance of unworthiness or the trance of being feeling not good enough one way or another. This investigative energy would really help you feel into it, and have, I think that the Hermit is wise enough to be able to look at it without getting lost in it, without getting lost in that energy again. It's just recognizing it and observing it and learn how does this affect you from your past, and what can you do different now. It's a very, very, very sobering type of energy, but also beautiful. The Ace of Cups here, I mean, this is love. This is really like that love that springs from within, and you're able to share with the world, and you don't feel threatened, and you don't come from fear of place where you need to always protect yourself or to go and analyze everything, you know. You feel that something's missing, you see what's missing, you feel into it, and you are able to reach out to it, you are able to grasp it, you are able to bring healing to whatever blocked you from the past, from reaching this missing cup. And you see you have the Nine of Cups here, so you're definitely getting it. Now, challenging seems to be the Sun with the Daughter of Pentacles. Daughter of Pentacles is also like a child, like all the pages. Daughters are the pages. The pages are very much like childlike energy, and I see this child of the Sun here, being really joyful, being really free and vulnerable, and feeling safe and protected and all that, and allowing everything to sort of surface without having to edit everything around you or about you or how you put yourself out there. Without necessarily meaning that, okay, I'm going to be just telling everything that pops into my mind without having literally no filters. It's not about not filters, it's about not editing. We can filter what we say or what we do with our emotions, but we can feel it all, and we can allow that inner child of ours to come and wonder and play and all that. And you see the Daughter of Pentacles is also somebody who's like really playful and really a bit straightforward, maybe a bit naive, but to not to her detriment, you know. She's basically taking things simple and doing the basic things, staying grounded, staying in the body, doing the, you know, allowing for some playfulness to come through. I think this is challenging for you though, right? This is your challenge position, so maybe it's important for you to see again what is it that brought you that joy in the past, and how can you reclaim it? How can you reclaim that long lost joy? What was it that is missing here for you? but not missing in the sense of like, okay, so I really need to go into a quest outside of myself to find that missing piece. Usually it's very much inside of the Ace of Cups. So yeah, it's difficult right now to kind of really connect with this inner child of yours and allow this to happen naturally. You may have the tendency to want to hide something from yourself. But you see, you have the Magician here as the advice, and you have the Nine of Swords along with the Magician. And I think this is where you get your information, you know. Okay, yeah, feeling into your psyche and feeling into your emotional background, and seeing kind of like, what is it that I don't want anymore and what is it that I want. This shows up on a mind level with like anxiety and fear. This like something that's somewhere in the back of your mind. Maybe thoughts that you're rejecting, or things that caused you suffering of sorts that you have the tendency to put somewhere behind of your conscious awareness. And this can be consciously, like sometimes literally we are like experiencing some thoughts and they scare us, and then we just don't want to go there, so we just push it away, like, I don't want to think like this, I don't want to feel that, I don't want to think about that, and then we distract ourselves or so on, and then it just feels like an anxiety of sorts. But it can also be completely unconscious, you know. So simply feeling into and having this curious investigative attitude towards what's scaring you, what's causing you anxiety, what's really happening in your subconscious, can give you this immense power. It is that power that you get when you truly understand yourself and when you hold space for yourself. And when you understand like what's really at the base of everything. You see the magician has here on the table all the aces. The ace is the beginning of the suits, the beginning of the new journey, the new. It's what it's at the basics. So your understanding of the infinity here on the head, how to work with the what's happening at the basics, and you get that from the Six of Cups energy. When you really feel into your roots, you really feel to where it's coming, what's coming from, and bringing this star of the awareness into the psyche. It's truly liberating, and it gives you, yeah, as I said, power over yourself, power to change something, power to move forward from something that's just not enough anymore for you. And in the future energy, you have the Six of Wands, the Son of Swords, and the Six of Swords. So there you go. Sixes are growth. Sixes are time of coming into service. Is with the Six of Wands, I think that you finally recognize a lot on your spiritual path. What is it that you really need to experience? You truly understand what is it that you need, and you are successfully walking towards that, and you are seeing it for yourself, and other people see it along with you, so you get confirmation for that just as well. The Six of Swords, you see like there's this rainbow here. And here it's like a lot of darkness and all these swords. You're moving away from a place that didn't hold much kindness to you. Whatever was in those cups, it was not fulfilling. This is mind energy, the Six of Swords. So it's something that you're consciously realizing it in your conscious awareness, in your ego mind as well. So you have the mind on your side here, on being able to detach from something that again was not holding any type of kindness to you. And with the Son of Swords, you know, sons are about communication. The Knights, it's about expansion and growth. You're expanding your mind to the point that you can accommodate all this. You can accommodate the acceptance of the basic needs that you have, and the understanding of how to use the energy for your benefit in order to move forward. At the same time, the Son of Swords can talk about communication, and sometimes it's a bit of a warning with all the Knights that they tend to be a little bit like the teenagers, a little bit abrupt in conversation, given that this is the sword suit. So careful with your communication right now. Yes, you are moving forward. Yes, you can see your own, you see the rewards coming through. And yes, you recognize it in your mind. What was it that held you back before? Just be careful not to burn bridges here. Do communicate what needs to be communicated, but keep the element of gentleness with it. Alright, now let's pull a Rumi card for you. I'm really hyped up about this Ace of Cups here in your current energy. And these two are really good as well. By the way, these two are both nines. 9 is energy of the emotions and energy of the mind. So it's really the higher emotions and higher mind working together. That means you are aware of what is it that brings you into service and what are your qualities and what is your best course of action, and you're also guided emotionally from that, you know. And having the 9 of Cups here, definitely you truly understand. And higher emotions are usually the unconditional love, compassion, and empathy. Okay, let's see what's the guidance from the Rumi Oracle. Guidance from your heart, baby. It's the message for Libra, July 2020. Okay, so you have 31, commitment. Let's see what this is all about. Commitment. Oh la la. Libra. Okay, so the poem from Rumi says, the awakened heart, this one, is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from turbulence of the winds of desire. So there is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be extinguished. It is the light that never goes out. Even with such enduring power, our recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. This flame is holy and lies within each human heart. When the flame is recognized for its worth, it ceases to flicker and smoke becoming very still. In the stillness, the light can fulfill its destiny to shine brightly as to reveal every path, absolutely clear and without wavering in the fluctuations of fear and attachment. Desire does not have to be a hindrance on the path. It can show us our passions and help us find our purpose. However, the attachment that can come with desire, the belief that it can be sated only with one particular person, one set of circumstances, can use us to stop looking at what the light is revealing to us, the way forward on our path, in the here and now, and instead try to forcibly conjure the shadows to become what we imagine they should be. When we stop seeing life as it is, showing up for us every moment and engaging with it as it is, we can become careless with the light of the heart. Our huffing and puffing to force what does not need to be forced can cause the heart light to flicker and waver. This can make our ways seem uncertain, and doubts can crowd in upon us as the light is compromised in its purpose. We forget to trust in what is because we get caught up in attachment and fear surrounding our desires. Rather than letting life move us, we try to move life. There is a way forward on your life path that needs to be seen by you now. It's this 9 of Cups. You need to see what's really needed there. And you see this light, I can relate it to this star that's in the what's this called? You know, it's protected. It's not just taken out into the hand and you know. I'll just read, sorry. I seem to be losing my words here. There is a way forward. Oh yeah, I said that. There is a way forward on your life path that needs to be seen by you now. It will be helpful for you to have that clarity and that certainty. You may have already caught a glimpse of it, but be doubting your vision or yourself. This oracle comes as a reminder to you. Don't doubt. What you are feeling deep within the passionate love of your heart light is true. It is real. You are being led into it by the progress of life itself. You must trust in this, even if it seems at times as though you are being led away from the vision. Life operates according to a genius that is beyond the linear approach. It is so to be trusted rather than understood. There is enough challenge in the personal transformation being asked of you to simply take the steps. That is more than enough. You do not have to also create or control the terrain or determine the map of the journey. You simply need to take each step that presents itself to you in each moment. Don't let fear that your desire won't manifest cause you to try to bend life to your will. It is an unnecessary battle and one that will not serve your soul here. Instead, just show up, be present, attend to what it is before you in each moment and trust yourself. Let the light of your heart take you into serenity that will bring you the balm of a solid core of comfort, even whilst the world shifts and changes according to the workings of all divine will. As you move along your life journey, step by step, the divine will is moving you to, Shining One, into fulfillment of your destiny. Yes, wish fulfillment, moving forward. It's all about trust. It's all about, the magician can be the trickster too, is trying to manipulate life at its own will. But coming with the Nine of Swords here, I believe that three nines, now I noticed. I think that you are really you take this warning into consideration. Don't allow your fear to try to manipulate your actions and how life should look like. See the fears as a warning and that's it. Just take the steps. Okay, I'll finish this. Attend to what is before you in each moment and trust yourself. As you move along your life journey step by step, the divine will is moving you to, Shining One, into fulfillment of your destiny. Life is not working at cross purposes with you, far from it. It is a co-conspirator with your heart. Come back to the stillness of the love within and know your heart light to be what it is, reliable and true, showing you the way even now in peace and stillness. And you have the Ace of Cups, the heart opening right here in front of you. You're so well guided, my dear. Trust yourself. Okay, so there's a sacred honoring ritual coming along with this card. If you feel like doing it, go for it. If not, don't. Just shoot yourself, listen to your intuition. So the ritual goes like this. If you can light a candle, please do so. If that is not practical, simply visualize or imagine a flame in your mind's eye. If you cannot do that easily, then simply say, I call upon the sacred flame of divine love now. Then say aloud, the light of my heart does not waver. It is fixed by the will of the divine and lit by the greatest flame, forever a light in the temple of love. Rumi, who safeguards the sacred flame of love, together may we bear serene witness to the revelations of the light within, that the way always be shown pure and true, and the courage to act when needed, and the patience to best serve love is found within our hearts. So be it. You have finished your ritual. If you did light a candle, you may like to leave it burning for a time under supervision or simply with reverence extinguish it. This is truly beautiful, and I believe that this message is like crystal clear. You have the serenity, you have everything that you need in order for you to get this message through, to go forward with this. Trust in yourself, and you are going to the fulfillment of your wishes without attaching yourself to how you think they should look like. Alright, Libra, I hope this makes sense to you. If it does, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you here next month. May our practice benefit all beings.